What's going on, guys? This is Kaishiro, welcome back. So for our video today, we're going to discuss what are the top 5 meta decks on our October 2023 OCG metagame format. So we are going to assimilate what are the top 5 best decks to play on the fresh start of our October format. So without further ado, let's start. Coming at number 5, we have Runic. So Runic would be higher on my tier list and ranks right now if only Cosmic Cyclone is not that prevalent, because Cosmic Cyclone is heavily played right now on the OCG because of Centurion, because most people tries to rely on Cosmic Cyclone to answer the Centurion matchup, and it is a huge blow as well for the Runic, because one Cosmic Cyclone on your Runic Fountain spells the end of the game for Runic, and you only have one copy of Runic Fountain, and if Cosmic Cyclone is able to banish that, it's pretty much game over for the Runic. But other than that, on side deck patterns, most cards like Nibiru and Super Poly and other side deck cards that are played right now on the current format really does nothing against Runic. That's why Runic has the upside of being able to play around the pattern of many people's side deck right now, and also the ability to play around Maxi, which is the game warping card right now on the OCG metagame format, is a huge attribute to Runic's success, because being one of the best decks to play around Maxi is no mean feat, and most decks really struggles around Maxi, and Runic are having easy time on dealing against Maxi because of the nature of the deck being a control deck and stun deck at that extent, and only using one special summon on a single turn most of the time is a huge contributor to the Runic success right now. And even though Runic has a lot of upsides, it also have downsides. Cards like Ghost Ogre can really tackle the Runic, because Ghost Ogre on Runic Fountain can stop the card advantages for the Runic, and yeah, it will really lower the tempo and pace of Runic using the Ghost Ogre. So I only rank Runic right now on the top 5 list because of Cosmic Cyclone prevalence. And yeah, at number 5 we have Runic. Moving towards the number 4, we have Pendulum Magician. So as Thrift says, Pen best deck, and I really do agree with that, because Pendulum Magician is easily one of the best combo deck to play right now on the format. Arguably the best combo deck to play on the OCG right now, because being able to summon out with little resources, the Pendulum Magician can easily access the best monsters on the game, like Apollousa, and we have IP Masquerena and Barone. So these really terrifying boss monsters are easily accessible by Pendulum Magician with only 1 to 2 card combo, and also the deck is pretty much consistent and resilient from the new support that they have got. So yeah, this is one of the best decks to play right now in the format, and one of the most explosive decks to touch the OCG metagame right now on our modern game. But the problem is still the same. They're pretty much weak against Maxi, and sometimes Nibiru can really tackle the deck, because this is a combo deck. So yeah, it will really struggle against Maxi and Nibiru. And also on the side deck, I know most people doesn't have outs to the combo wish decks right now, but cards like Forbidden Droplet and Dark Ruler No More can really tackle the Pendulum Magician. So yeah, at number 4 we have Pendulum Magician. Moving towards the number 3, we have Labyrinth. So right now, Labyrinth is divided into two categories. We have the Hand Trap and Furniture Labyrinth, and we also have the Trap-oriented with Areas Labyrinth. So some people try to play the Labyrinth in a Hand Trap manner, in a more mid-range type of deck, using the Furniture and Hand Traps, and also some people play the Labyrinth with heavy control build like the Areas and more Trap-oriented deck list of Labyrinth. So it is pretty much divided, but for me, the best option for Labyrinth is going into the trap-oriented build, because you have access to powerful trap cards like Dimensional Barrier, even though you are losing some of your ceiling from the Furniture and hand trap cards. You can pretty much go toe-to-toe with much more faster decks like Pendulum Magician and other combo decks on the game, using the much more controlling cards like Dimensional Barrier, and you have options like Ice Dragon Prison and Daruma Cannon as well, and also Torrential Tribute that can break board using the Areas. So this is a more versatile and more complex Labyrinth using the trap-oriented. But I think that's the best version of Labyrinth right now, even though you are hardly losing to Red Reboot and Harpy's Feather Duster. It really outweighs those downsides and backlogs of Labyrinth. So yeah, I would prefer the trap-oriented and Arias Labyrinth right now for Labyrinth, but it's pretty much the same. You are hardly losing to Ghost Bell, which is in everyone's side deck right now as a countermeasure for Labyrinth, and also the most included card on everyone's main deck, Ash Blossom, which can stop your big welcome and welcome Labyrinth. So yeah, at number 3 we have Labyrinth. So moving towards the number 2, we have Purely. So this is the most powerful deck when going first. You can set up a Noir using the Purely, and it is pretty much unaffected and can really interrupt your opponents a couple of times already. So you are pretty much in a very commanding position to win the game by just summoning the Noir. And also Purely cemented its popularity on the format by winning the Japanese Championship Tournament and the Duelist Cup main event as well on the previous format. So it is not arguable that Purely is one of the most successful decks on the current modern game in OCG. So even though Purely has upsides, it also has downsides like Infinite Impermanence, which is very effective on Purely Lily, on going against Purely, which is very popular right now as well as a hand trap on everyone's main deck. And also on the side deck, Droll and Lockbird can really suffocate the Purely, and Droll and Lockbird is very much phenomenal against Purely to stop their card advantages, which is very evident on Purely. So yeah, at number 2, we have Purely. Moving towards the number 1, we have the Resqu Ace Sinful Spoils. So Resqu Ace Sinful Spoils is divided into two categories as well right now. We have the Synchro build and we have the Link-oriented build. So on the Synchro build, you try to combo off using your Resqu Ace and going into the Aurora Dawn and making Savage and Arclight and Dragster to set up negations to interrupt your opponent. And the most popular build right now for Resqu Ace is the Link-oriented build, because you have access to SP Little Knight, which can easily make your life easier because you can dodge targeting negations for your Turbulence like Effect Veiler using the SP Little Knight to banish the Turbulence. And yeah, it is one of the biggest factors why Link version is much more played right now on the OCG rather than the Synchro build, because even though the Synchro build has the better ceiling, the Link build offers more protection for your Turbulence, and resolving Turbulence is the most important thing for Resqu Ace, to be honest. But the downside of it is you will lose harder to cards like Evenly Match and Lightning Storm because you don't have Omni Negate protections to protect your monsters. But other than that, I think Resqu Ace is the most consistent deck on the format right now, and having lost only one airlifter from the ban list, which is a joke from Konami, it really does little to nothing against Resqu Ace, to be honest. But yeah, this deck is very much consistent, has the firepower to set up a considerable good amount of interruptions and board right now on the turn 1, and it also can really easily link climb and create boards with very much ease. So yeah, it is one of the best decks that are able to perform right now on the OCG metagame format at the start of our October format. So at number 1, we have Resqu Ace Sinful Spoils. So short recap on our tier list. At number 5, we have Runic. At number 4, we have Pendulum Magician. At number 3, we have Labyrinth. At number 2, we have Purely. And at number 1, we have the Resqu Ace Sinful Spoils. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you do learn something. And hit the subscription button if you're not yet subscribed on my YouTube channel. And hit the notification bell if you want to get more updated on my future contents. So see you on the next one. Peace.
Fighting ways to get away, to see you again, see you again.